Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for coming out this afternoon. I really appreciate you being here for our 50th anniversary party celebration. Woo! And thank you for the fun tunes. DJ Lawless, DJ Crush. All right. So, today we gather with hearts full of gratitude and excitement as we mark the incredible milestone of our 50th anniversary. It's my distinct honor to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you for this momentous occasion. So thank you to Mexicali Brews and staff for your generosity in hosting us and for the incredible food and drinks tonight, this afternoon. And thank you to our staff, especially Lindsay, for coordinating all of this. She did the fun and funky designs, the presentation print, the theming, the comms, everything. So thank you, Lindsay. You did an amazing job. And thanks to all our amazing staff, Kath on the presentation print, and Hugo, and Ron, and Walt, who is unfortunately not here, just giving a shout out to my amazing staff. And our board, especially Janina, who got us this venue. And the DJ. Janina's friends with everybody, so that's really a big help. So she got us this amazing event. And thank you to all of our board members, especially those who wrangled friends and donors and tickets. And thanks to all our donors. Thanks to the silent auction donors. And thank you to our sponsors for this afternoon. We have the Merrill G. and Amita E. Hastings Foundation, the Happy Peacock, and the Somerset County Business Partnership and Somerset County Tourism. So thank you so much. So land acknowledgement, quickly, before we proceed. It is essential to acknowledge that the land upon which we stand is the indigenous peoples, the Lenape tribe, and they have stewarded this land throughout the generations. So, Katapihana, Lenape Hulking, we are here in the land of the Lenape. There was no concept of ownership, but rather existing in harmony with all living beings in the earth, so we must do the same. Thank you. So I walked in these doors in September of 2014, almost 10 years ago, which is kind of crazy. And I actually used to come out here. It used to be called the Soul Cantina. So a whole decade's gone by. And when I flew out here from Cincinnati, I came here with an unwavering passion for printmaking. And in fact, Dave, who we're honoring tonight, was in my job interview. We're sitting in the gallery eating sandwiches. And at that time, we were still called the Printmaking Center. But it was during those early days that I witnessed the seeds of Frontline Arts, particularly through the resounding success of the Combat Paper New Jersey program dedicated to veterans. So along with carrying on the traditions and of the Printmaking Center, I fell in love with the deep impact of the Combat Paper program, working alongside veterans and military-connected families across the nation. And then in the lead up to this occasion, I had the privilege of engaging in really heartfelt conversations with the descendants of our founders who created this organization in 1974. So I had many great discussions with the daughter of Lois Berghoff, Linda Berghoff, as well as the son, Barry, and granddaughters of Zelda Burdick, Shauna and Heather, who are here tonight. Thank you for coming, and their son. And additionally, I had the distinct honor of reconnecting with Peter Chapin himself, our last living founder, who our board member, Dr. Andrea Calusa, just visited out in Santa Fe. So I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. So this afternoon, as we gather to celebrate our rich heritage, we're reminded of the importance of honoring our beginnings. It's incredibly important to go back to our roots, to find the pathways for our future. Hence the theme of tonight's festivities, Origins and Revolutions, a poignant reminder of our humble beginnings and our relentless pursuit of innovation and connecting communities through the arts. So now I'm going to hand it over to our wonderful board president, Janina Seaman, who's going to give some words about the history.
I just want to first say thank you to Rachel, Lindsay, Ron, Hugo, and Walt, who's not here, because that team worked really hard to make all of this happen. So I want to give another round of applause to this team. And of course, to Mexicali Brews, DJ Lawless, DJ Crush, for really, coming out here and supporting us. And all of you, frankly, for all of you coming out on a Sunday and spending the afternoon with us. I really, truly appreciate it. I've been involved with Frontline Arts for, I don't know, as a patron in Branchburg, as a resident for over 10 years. Stumbled upon this wonderful organization during a community event, and it was love at first sight. And I, evolved, and with Dave having a little conversation with me about joining the board after a presentation at my company at Ketchum in New York, here I am today. So I just want to say thank you, Dave, for introducing me and getting me involved. And I don't know, thank you, and we'll talk more. It's been a journey. But what I want to do is share with you some words from one of the founders, Zelda Burdick, the daughter, just a few of her words and her reflections of what this organization has meant to her mom and to those who started the organization. So, as Linda shared, she said, for over 5 decades, the Printmaking Center of New Jersey, now Frontline Arts, has been a beacon in the visual arts world. Its roots trace back to a time when visionary artists and educators planted the seeds of creativity and community. At the commemoration of the opening, co-founder Zelda Burdick said, "This facility will fulfill a need of the community and New Jersey printmakers to study, teach, exhibit, and inform the community about the fine print. It will be dedicated to traditional and innovative printmaking methods. Its facilities will be available to artists, educators, and students." Frontline Arts continues this legacy, providing a nurturing environment for a new generation of artists. From its inception, the center has showcased thought-provoking art, but in 2018, a transformative shift occurred, focused on social awareness and veteran-created programs that have evolved into stronger organization, growing with the changing global environment. The journey began with conversations about community-based art. The founders sought to demystify art, inviting everyone to participate through education. Their commitment extended beyond creativity. It encompassed safety and environmental sustainability, well ahead of their time. Concerned about chemical hazards in printmaking, the founders even collaborated with the biochem department of the Pratt Institute of Graphics. Together, they produced educational videos championing non-toxic materials, a forward-thinking mission that Frontline Arts continues today. One vivid memory from the early days belongs to founder Lois Berghoff. The construction of the 2-story frame building that became the home of the Print Center for New Jersey. In 1974, the center was officially incorporated, and its doors opened to a wealth of facilities for classes, lectures, and special projects. But after a local newspaper wrote an article about the organization's need for a building, because that's how it happens, folks, you get the word out, they received a call from the Somerset County Park Commissions, also individuals we honored last year, who offered to reconstruct the building on land generously donated by the philanthropist Ralph T. Reeve. And so it began, the support of the Parks Commission and the county freeholders. The journey was not always without challenges, but with unwavering support from artists, donors, the New Jersey State Council of Arts, the Dodge Foundation, and many others, the center thrived. Now, half a century later, folks, think about that, half a century later, right? We are still standing, a living testament to the founders' dreams and the power of the artistic community.
Awesome. Thank you, Janina. Yeah, it was really wonderful to have those words from the daughter of Lois Berghoff. She is in Italy right now, so I will present the award remotely currently. So a little bit about Lois, who was actually our first director. So our first honoree, Lois Berghoff, stands as a testament to the transformative power of art. As co-founder and first director of the Printmaking Council, she blazed a trail that continues to inspire. Lois's artistic journey began early. While in elementary school, she was the one who had to do all the posters. I think some of us relate to that. She, upon graduating from high school, she won a scholarship to John Herron Art School of Indiana, and soon after met and married fellow art student Jack Berghoff. They moved to Detroit, where he was actually a designer for Chrysler. They had their children and moved to Philly after that. Then Lois graduated with an MFA from Tyler and taught painting and design there. Soon they moved to Bound Brook, New Jersey. She joined Artist Alliance groups, became a member of the Honoree Art Center, exhibited widely, and earned accolades such as the New Jersey Governor's Purchase Award. But Lois's vision extended beyond personal success. Her travels with her husband took her across Europe, South America, and Japan. In Japan, Lois explored papermaking villages in Nagoya and Ogawamachi, fostering connections with Japanese artists. These relationships would later pave the way to exchange exhibitions and networking opportunities. So it was at this point that the idea for the Printmaking Center was born. Along co-founders Zelda Burdick, Florence Wender, Carol Uden, and Peter Chapin, Lois envisioned a space where artists could learn, teach, and exhibit. So the Printmaking Council was founded with a hub of creativity and community. In 1988, Lois and her husband relocated to Tampa, opening the Soho South Gallery. Immersed in the local art scene, Lois collaborated with institutions like the Graphic Studio at the University of South Florida. And for many years, she did art appraisals for them, as well as the Tampa Museum and many other collectors of fine prints. But Lois's most remarkable endeavor was yet to come. In partnership with Dorothy Cowden, the director at the University of Tampa, she founded Berghoff Cowden Editions. This unique screen print workshop hosted internationally renowned contemporary artists such as Sam Gilliam and Miriam Shapiro. They produced small editions, monoprints, and unique variations operating until 2006. So as we celebrate Lois Berghoff's legacy, we honor her inclusive spirit. From the Printmaking Council to Berghoff Cowden Editions, she invited others who shared her love for art along for an extraordinary ride. So here we present our first award to Lois Berghoff via her daughter, Linda, in Italy. And this is Linda and Lois on the right here. And I have to say, Lois was really wearing a fantastic coat during the opening remarks and founding of the Printmaking Center. I was channeling it. I brought mine, but it's a little too hot. So, oh, thank you, Lindsay. Presenting remotely. She'll come visit when she's back from Italy. I'm jealous. Okay. So our next honoree is co-founder Zelda Burdick. So Zelda embodied passion in life and art. Over the span of 70 years, she explored many media, developing an amazing diversity of styles. Zelda's oils, pastels, charcoal, pen and ink, and pencil drawings range from classic portraiture to abstract modernism. Fascinated by natural materials, she began to explore other media and spent extensive time on papermaking and sculpting. A keen observer, she traveled the world and explored new techniques. Her ever-expanding palette included daylilies, Italian marble, bird feathers, European glass, flax, and artichokes. Moving beyond her canvases, she began making her own paper for her watercolors, creating her own glazes for her clay work, and illustrating books that she wrote on handmade paper. Her adoring husband, Abe, began his career as a labor organizer whose political fervor mirrored her creative genius. He later joined with Zelda to create Zelda Ceramic Studio. Under the Zelda banner, Zelda conducted classes, exhibited art, and Abe manufactured clay slip and color glazes. She often signed her work Zelda. So here we present our award to the late co-founder Zelda Burdick via her family, her granddaughters Shauna and Heather, if you'd like to come up.
I just want to say my sister Heather and I, we really just loved growing up having my grandparents. They were just both artists, photographers. Like, it was just so fun growing up there and just getting our hands dirty and making stuff. And it really changed my life. I would say my grandmother was like if you had to pick one person, she was my person. So we are so happy to be here today. And I think of a song lyric of a song that I wrote for her when she passed away, and it is, "The sky is blue, this everyone sees. I see the shades and colors dancing with the trees. Every time I think of you, I think of these little things, and my children thank you for the happiness you bring." And my son's here today, and it's just like art just brings love and creativity and this kind of community. It just is a gift that keeps on giving. So keep doing what you're doing, and we're so happy to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming. Okay. Your turn. You ready? Yep. Okay.
So our next honoree is one of our founders, Peter Chapin. So I'll be reading a little bit about him. Our third honoree is co-founder Peter Chapin. Born in a 9th floor New York City apartment in 1938, Peter's artistic spirit ignited early. In 5th grade, he invented biomorphic abstraction by painting Donald Duck's beak, a precursor to pop art. His technique, which his father described as messing around with paint, has been his method ever since. At an Episcopal boarding school in Massachusetts, Peter found a mentor and art teacher, Jack Murray. Through studio projects, Murray taught students to paint their way through art history, an invaluable lesson that would shape Peter's journey. In 1962, he graduated with an MFA in painting at Columbia University, guided by John Helliker and guest artists Philip Guston, Jack Twerkoff, and other New York school artists. He married Helen Gallagher in 1960, known as Honey. She remains his muse and compass, and together they raised 3 sons, a daughter, and 6 grandchildren. Their life in Mendham, New Jersey was marked by Peter's role as an instructor at Drew University, then becoming founder and art director of the Printmaking Council of New Jersey. But Lee Hall, president of the Rhode Island School of Design, brought them to Santa Fe in 1979. Although their plans for an art junior college fell through, Peter and his family moved to Santa Fe in 1987. He embraced the city's vibrant community, and as an ambivert, he balanced introspective painting and printmaking with collaborative work in nonprofits. His work with Habitat for Humanity and Cornerstone's community partnerships enriched his life. Peter joined Strata Gallery in 2023. His recent paintings, exhibited in September, captivated audiences, and he enjoys mentoring young, emerging artists. The influence of the Printmaking Center still resonates in his New Mexico works. Board member Dr. Andrea Kalous had the privilege of visiting him in his studio just 2 weeks ago. They connected over the national reach of Frontline Arts and how they are both using the power of printmaking in hospital settings and the medical community. And illustrated here are 2 dry point prints with gouache, wax, and oil pastel. They are titled Mexico City Flower and This Point in Time. Peter says, "This by way of greetings to what is now Frontline Arts, happy 50th. So here we present our award remotely to co-founder Peter Chapin."
So we thought this would be like really weird to have a picture of Dave, so sorry. There's some of you on the slideshow though, don't worry. I found some good ones from Arts on Division actually. So we're gonna have Ron Erickson introduce Dave Keefe, and Ron is our Frontline Paper Veteran Program Manager.
All right, hey everybody, I'm Ron. Weird, I'm going to read the script because it's much better than anything I would ever say. I'll just stumble over everything. Our 4th honoree, Dave Keefe, wears many hats: artist, educator, anthropologist, and activist. His work intertwines creativity, compassion, and a commitment to connecting and amplifying the veteran narrative. Currently the Director of Military and Veteran Community Engagement at the Center for Veteran Transition and Integration at Columbia University, and that's a mouthful. Dave develops capacity building for veteran engagement on campus and in the New York City region. He served as Senior Assistant Dean for Veteran Initiatives at Columbia School of General Studies from 2015 to 2023, and was also a professor at Montclair State University. Throughout his career, he has showcased paintings, handmade paper, and prints across the nation, while exploring the intersection of art and narrative through participatory storytelling and placemaking within marginalized groups. Dave is also the co-founder of Frontline Arts, a national nonprofit based in New Jersey that houses the award-winning program Frontline Paper, formerly known as Combat Paper New Jersey, which he also co-founded in 2010. This initiative, born from the Printmaking Center of New Jersey, empowers veterans through co-creative workshops. By crafting handmade paper from military uniforms, participants reclaim agency, find belonging, and amplify silent narratives. This practice has expanded across many veterans groups from Maryland to Maine who are navigating varied narratives, including an expansion at Columbia University to explore commonalities of migration between student veterans and international students. His groundbreaking project, funded by the Open Society Foundation in 2019, united American veterans, Bronx-based Mexican immigrants, and Columbia University students. They shared creative encounters unfold through papermaking, a connective practice that transcends borders. Dave's passion extends to community colleges in New York City and rural Appalachia, or Appalachia, as they say down there. He also collaborates with French former military groups in Tours and Paris, comparing all of their transitions into educational systems through storytelling. From 2001 to 2009, Sergeant Keefe served in the United States Marine Corps Infantry as a light armored reconnaissance scout. From 2006 to 2007, he completed a tour of duty as a riverine scout along the Euphrates River in Iraq's Al-Anbar province. In 2007, he transitioned into graduate school 3 months after his combat tour. And 17 years later, he is in the middle of finishing his PhD in applied anthropology at Teachers College at Columbia University. In New Jersey, Dave finds inspiration in participatory art and creates art and life with his partner, Sadie. And their 5 kids explore endless imagination and the outdoors while providing a home to growing assortment of pets. So here we present our award to co-founder Dave Keefe, an inspiration.
I started handwriting stuff. Sorry, Ron, it was last minute. Anyway, Dave, you're an inspiration and a visionary for everything we do at Frontline Arts still. Thank you, Dave. Got to get the hugs in.
Well, thank you. God, thank you, Frontline Arts. Thank you, Rachel, Janina, Ron, everybody. I'm going to be very brief. And I was thinking, what am I going to say here? I mean, I feel so humbled by this award. And I just could not think. One word that came up, I think, a few times was commitment. And I just look out in this room and I see so many familiar faces and so many people outside that are not in this room that need to be thanked, that are part of this community, part of everything we've done. And the commitment from 1974 with Lois, Peter, Zelda, on through everybody through Combat Paper New Jersey, the Printmaking Center of New Jersey, through Frontline Arts, just the commitment to community arts is real. It's something that we have been dedicated to for 50 years, and I'm just excited for the next 50, being committed to community arts in this space. So thank you, I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Aw. Thanks, everyone. We don't want to talk forever. We want to get back to the fun partying. So I just have a few closing remarks. So really, thanks for everyone for coming out, and congrats to all the honorees today. This is just amazing, getting 5 decades of folks and families together from the founding to the revolutions. It's really amazing, all in one room. So thank you. Congrats to everyone.